earliest records that I'm aware of where oil and citrus juice or other juices were used in combination to dispel toxins from the liver date back six to 10,000 years ago. The ancient system of medicine, the most ancient system of medicine, which is Ayurveda, that is originating in India, has had knowledge of how to use oil to dispel toxins from the liver and gallbladder. Then the Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians, have also described ways to detoxify the body via the liver using oils. You can also go back to more recent history, documents which you find in certain books that were written in the 1920s or 1930s in England and in Germany, where records exist that describe what happens when you take a mixture of oil and juice to dispel these kinds of clumps of matter that are green, that float in the toilet, in the water. These are intrahepatic gallstones. Obviously, in those days, you didn't have a name like we can have today. Johns Hopkins University described them as intrahepatic gallstones that are inside the liver. And there are many descriptions in the modern medical literature that also refer to them. There is a more recent study that was done in 1998, and that was published by the American Family Physician. It was the February 15 issue, and they quote they describe a study, the results of a study in patients that had gallstone attacks and gallstone disease, where gallstones would get caught in the common bile duct, for example. And they, instead of taking them through surgery, they gave them a remedy, a traditional home remedy, as they referred to induce gallstone expulsion. And they used lemon juice and olive oil, among some other herbs as well, that had laxative properties like cascara sagrada and garlic and some enemas that were suggested to these patients. And all of these patients expelled stones, and with ultrasound they could show that they even eliminated gallstones, calcified gallstones from the gallbladder. The study was conducted by the North American Primary Care Research Group. So there are some references. There is not too much attempt by the medical industry to promote this. In fact, they are trying to go against it. They are writing a lot of things that puts this whole traditional home remedy into question, and they are trying very hard to get rid of it somehow, by making people feeling insecure that it's somehow a dangerous process and so on. Even though the study and the experiences and the traditions show very clearly that is helping greatly in many people who undergo this process. In fact, millions of people have done it and have recovered from so many different illnesses that don't seem to be related even to bile duct congestion or liver bile duct congestion. There are personal experiences I have had. I lived in Cyprus, in the Greek part of Cyprus, in the Mediterranean for 15 years, and I was very curious to find that grandmothers or mothers, when I questioned them what they would give to their children when they were sick, and they told me that they would give them a mixture of olive oil and lemon juice. And so once again, without them having read any books that were published by medical professionals in the 1920s and 30s, they were giving this traditional home remedy to their kids and grandkids, and they reported back to me saying that these children recovered very quickly from whatever ailed them. So it didn't matter what they were suffering from, they somehow miraculously recovered from their illnesses when they took this olive oil mixture, and they all had the same results. They said there were these greenish or green, dark green or light green stones coming out with the stools that then told them basically it was successful. And they didn't know what it was. They just knew that once they passed these things, that their children recovered. There are many influences nowadays that we are exposed to. Think of the pollution. Every child that is born here in the United States already has 287 chemicals in the blood on day one. So, and then the mothers carry 95%. 95% of them have toxins that are known to cause illnesses in the body. So that is one of the first influences of a newborn that diminishes their ability to grow a strong immune system. And then there is the food, the diet, the lifestyle, the pollution, environmental pollution, the toxins that are found in food that are actually put in food, like aspartame, artificial sweeteners, preservatives, coloring agents. Then there are the herbicides, pesticides, and so on. That today we need to have a sort of more enhanced version of the liver and gallbladder flush to be able to dispose of the stones that are formed in response to exposure to these chemicals and poisons and toxins. So today the liver flush is a little more potent, if you say, and it is. We also have a lot more calcified stones than people ever had. So we need to take care that the proper procedure is applied using Epsom salts to relax the bile ducts, and to have a preparation period that allows for softening of the stones, and then doing the process itself of expelling the stones in a very, very methodical, prescribed manner, that you get the maximum benefit from it and also don't have any risks involved. So it's important to follow instructions properly to the letter, and not sort of make up your own formula, because I've seen many people who experimented on their own. They copied something on the website, on a website, or on internet sites that describe some recipes, and then they don't take the necessary precautions because they don't have the information why a person needs to clean the colon beforehand and especially after each liver flush. That can lead to various complications, including toxemia, when the process is not done properly, but lightheartedly. So yes, I do agree. It's very important to get the entire information before a person attempts to even do the liver flushes.